Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd just hop on here really quick because it is actually Sunday, way after I filmed this video, but I totally forgot to film an intro. So here I am right now filming an intro. I just wanted to say welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe if you like this video and hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I upload. And then also, if you are not new here, thank you for coming back. You are much appreciated. I am just so thankful for all of my supporters, especially going into 2018 and everything that I have planned. I'm really excited about this year. Thanks to everyone who watched my previous video and responded so kindly to it. It was really hard for me to be that open and honest. Also, if you're wondering about what video I'm talking about, I'll leave it linked down in the description box, and I'll also leave a little info card here for you guys. I just kind of talk about what I learned in 2017 and what I have planned for 2018, and I really open up and kind of talk a little bit about, well, a lot of it about my struggles with depression and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave that linked. But let's just get right into the video. I'm doing a tutorial on the Sephora Pro Editorial Palette, so it's going to be a very colorful look. Had a lot of fun doing this. So yeah, let's just get into it. I just opened this palette off camera because I thought that I was recording, but I had not opened this before, but now I have opened it since I tried to open it on camera. And anyways, I just opened this palette. This is the first time I have played with this palette at all. This is the Sephora Pro Editorial Palette, and oh my gosh, look at these colors. I mean, this camera does it just absolutely no justice. These colors look so beautiful and so freaking vibrant in real life. Like, just amazing. Freaking amazing. I'm gonna try to remember to do swatches because I always forget to do swatches, but I'll try to remember to do that for this palette especially. But I just love how we have all these matte shades, and then all these are like the perfect shimmers down here, like just absolutely perfect. I am so excited. We got a few pops of shimmers over here. I mean, gorgeous. And of course, you know I hate these. Why don't you just print the names on the packaging? I hate it. I mean, there's a perfect amount of room for those names to go right there under that palette. Look, they fit perfectly right under those palettes there. You could just print them there. It's not that hard. Don't put them on the back of the packaging. Don't put them on a sheet. Just print them. Just print them on the freaking packaging. $68. The least you can do is print it on the freaking packaging. I have to get pretty creative today. Oh look, we have an eyeshadow topper. Yay! You saw my last video. You know why I'm reacting like this. That's really pretty though. That builds really nicely. Unlike the warm tone palette, there are some shades in there that, like, no matter how much you build them up, they just would not pull very nicely. But this one you can actually build up and it actually turns really, really nice. Like, that is gorgeous. I am drawn to this pink right here. I need it. I'm gonna go fill in my brows and I will be right back. Okay, so like usual, I'm just going to start by prepping my eyes with my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I have the shade Vanilla, or Light 2, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to blend that in. My Real Technique sponge that desperately needs to be washed. I'm going to go do one of my eyes off camera and I will be right back. Alright, here is the look that I came up with. I really like it. Reminds me a little bit of my NYX Fire Elements palette tutorial, but I think anytime I use these tones it'll remind me of that. But the shape is very different. I kind of did a harsh C shape here and brought that lid color all the way to like this point, so it kind of has like that harsh C shape. And then obviously I did like a pop of a different color on the lower lash line. I really like it. Let's just jump into it. I'll show you how I created it. So starting with my Morphe M513 brush, I'm going to take the shade Tangerine, and this is going to be my transition color. And I'm just going to pop that in the crease and bring it quite far in. What I've noticed with these shadows so far is that the mattes are great, like absolutely wonderful, but the shimmers are very like you don't really know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know if it's gonna be a topper or a full-on eyeshadow, or if it's going to be like one of the shimmers. And you'll see I was trying to put in my crease a little bit and it was like going very patchy, like it wouldn't really stick down, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the mattes are really great and obviously super pigmented, like just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. But the shimmers are very like hit or miss. So so. However, I love this shimmer that's on my lid here. It is probably one of my all-time favorite shades. Like, it is so gorgeous. Another thing that I've noticed with this palette is that you get quite a bit of fallout. The shades are very, very powdery, and usually I don't mind fallout, but it was quite a bit with this one, so it was a little bit bothersome, but I mean, it's nothing to cry about. So next I'm going to take my Delium Tool 776 and I'm going to go into the shade Amy, and I'm just going to pop that all over where I popped that tangerine shade. I love this shade. I don't know what it is about like these corally shades. I just absolutely love them. Like that shade Roxy from the Subculture palette, loved it. And it's similar to this one, just a little less neon. What I do like about these shades so far is that they show up like exactly how they are in the pan is exactly how they show up on your eyes. And I really, really appreciate that because then I know what I'm putting on my eyes, you know what I'm saying? With that first shade, I forgot I like to take it. This is something I've been doing a lot recently that I don't normally do, but I've been taking it like really far in on my lash line, and I've been doing this with like every eyeshadow look. I just feel like it gives the most beautiful effect. Rather than having all of this in here, a lighter shade, it kind of gives a bit more dimension, I feel. So as you can see, I'm kind of leaving like that harsh V, so I'm not going in and filling in that gap like I normally would, because I want to bring that shimmer shade all the way in here whenever it's time to pop it on. And I'm gonna do the same thing with that Roxy shade. Now I'm gonna take the shade Eliza D. It's kind of a weird name. And I'm just gonna use that with my Delium Tool 780 brush, and I'm just packing that really close to the lash line here and kind of blending it upwards. Look at how pigmented that is. It's so beautiful. Like, this camera seriously does it no justice. It looks so freaking gorgeous. I'm bringing that about 3/4 of the way in. Going back to my Morphe M513 brush, I'm just gonna buff out the edges there. So the last thing for the like crease area, I'm going to take the shade Addie or Audie, and I'm just going to take it with that same 780 brush from Delium Tools. And this is the shade that I had issues with, but I'm just going to buff that like right along the lash line because I just want to deepen that a little bit. And this one really has a lot of fallout. And I'm just going to ever so slightly bring that up into the crease. And I'm taking my Morphe M513 again, blend that in. See, I feel like this shade is just kind of like picking and choosing where it wants to stick down and where it doesn't want to. There's like no rhyme or reason. You know, I feel like I got more purple in there than I wanted to, but oh well. Whatever. It's still giving me that definition that I want, and that's what's most important. So now I'm going to take my MAC 214 brush, and I'm just going to take this shade. This is my favorite shade. It's so beautiful. Blue, I think is how you say it. And I'm just going to start on the inner portion of my lid here. I'm being really careful not to overlap it too much with the other shades. Bringing that all the way in where there's any open space. See, this shade is like so pigmented. Like, you just need the tiniest amount, and it's so beautiful. And then I'm going back to my M513 brush and just buffing out those edges. It's not going to perfectly blend into the rest of the colors, but I just want to soften the edges. So obviously I'm going to clean all of this up with my makeup remover and concealer, so don't worry about that, but I am going to go ahead and apply my mascara to the top of my lashes, or to my top lashes I should say. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean up my under eye with a little bit of makeup remover. And as I'm cleaning it up, I kind of folded this in half, and I'm going to take it right under this line right here, and I'm just going to clean that up and make it nice and sharp. Definitely going to have to touch up my foundation. So I'm going to go apply some concealer, lashes, and then I will come back and do the under eyes. So I'll be right back. Okay, finally I'm back to do my under eyes. I feel like this video is taking me forever because I went to go eat in between and I've just been moving slow, you know, getting distracted and stuff like that. It's like probably past 2 o'clock now, but yeah. Anyways, I started a little bit before 12, but here we are. Okay, so for the under eyes, I am going to take the shade Electric Violet, and I'm using my Delium Tools 766 brush, and I'm just going to take that all the way across the lower lash line. Look at how vibrant that is. I mean, it's just so freaking gorgeous. By the way, I had a request from one of my subscribers to do a purple smoky eye. Obviously this purple shade just reminded me of it, and I promise I'm going to do it. I just had this video planned already, and I wanted to do all 3 of the Sephora palettes in order, like one video after the other, so I'm going to do it. It will be my next tutorial, but yeah, just wanted to let you know that I am not forgetting about it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Delium Tools 772 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Sean, and I'm going to buff that all along, keeping that closer to the lower lash line. I think these 2 shades mixed together just make the coolest, almost like iridescent looking shade, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, I love it. Now going back to that Delium Tools 766 brush, and I'm just going to run it right on top of that to help it blend in. No additional product. See, look at how cool that looks. So now I'm just wiping off my Delium Tools 780 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Grass. It's like this shimmery green shade, and I'm just gonna take that right on the inner corners here, really build that shade up. I almost didn't do this, but I like finished my lower lash line and I was like, it needs something. What does it need? And then I saw this shade in the palette and I was like, I want to do something with that shade. So I just popped it on the inner corner, and I felt like that really brings out, like really kind of completes the look, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take the shade Ice here with my Morphe M562 brush, and I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corners here. Now this one is a pretty sparse glittery shade, so I'm really building it up. You can see I have a little bit of powder right here, but I'm waiting to wipe that off. Before I apply mascara, I'm going to use this NYX. This is the Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. What a cute name. Forever long name, but this is from NYX, and this is in the shade Purple Blaze. So I'm just going to pop that on my waterline here. Okay, I also want to take my NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner, and this is just the black shade, Via Veneto or Veneto, and I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner of my upper lash line because I feel like that just helps connect the eyelashes to the rest of the eye. So it's not like the black all of a sudden starts right here, it kind of goes all the way in, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it helps to connect everything. Alright, and then the last thing I'm going to do is just pop on my Giorgio Armani Eccentrico mascara. Just pop that on my lower lash line. Okay, so now I'm just going to dust off all this excess powder. That is that. So I'm gonna go complete the rest of my face and I will hop back on. I'll be right back. Alright, now for the swatches. Here are the shades Porcelain, White Gold, and Rose Quartz. I'm just gonna do a row at a time. They're pretty light shades and they're supposed to be that way, so I'll build them up a little bit more. Here are the shades Juliet, Moonstone, and Ice. See how sparse they are? They're just like, almost like these sheer iridescent shades. And then here is the shade Silver Coin. Oh, that one's pretty. In comparison, at least. Alright, now for the next row. Here are the shades Tangerine, Amy, and Eliza D. Okay, here are the shades Tila, Maisha, and Electric Violet. Oh, wow. Those are perfect. Like, those just went on so nicely. And then lastly, the shade Addie. Why didn't it look like that on my eyes? Like, that looks so beautiful on my hand. Why didn't it look like that on my eyes? And it just feels so soft, like it's everything you ever want in an eyeshadow, you know? But it just did not perform like that on my eyes. So there's the second row. Alright, for the third row, here's the shades Champagne, Jeffrey, and Helen P. feel like I'm getting too much on my hands. You know, these textures really remind me of the Subculture palette. Those look really nice. I definitely need to play with those shades at some point. Here are the shades Grass, Sean, and Chris. And then lastly, the shade Dina. And there's for the third row. Alright, here are the shades Pink Quartz, Wendy G, and Lou. I'm just obsessed with this shade. It's so pretty. Alright, here are the shades Caroline, Hector E, and David. And then lastly, Idol. Oh, that black has a little bit of glitter in it. Well, yeah, it's just a black with glitter, apparently. That is it for the swatches. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. So, as you can tell, I can't stop putting eyeshadow on my lips right now. I put one lip color on and then I put a different color eyeshadow on top of it, and I don't know, it's like my new thing. It's just, I've been doing it all the time and I love it. But I am wearing the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Witches. I pressed the shade David over it, just mostly in the center, and kind of feathered it out towards the outer corners of the lips, but mostly kept it in the center so that it gives a little bit of that ombre effect as it goes out towards the rest of the lips. But anyways, yeah, I really like the way that it looks with this look. I feel like we got really creative eyes going on. We got a really nice creative lip. Like, this is very like almost editorial kind of lip, I feel like. I don't know, I'm living for it. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. So on my face, I am wearing the Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer, which I am doing a wear test on currently, so if you're interested in that video, I will link it down in the description box and probably put an info card around here somewhere right now. So I will link that, and then I'm wearing my Hoola bronzer, like always, my Dior blush, I think the shade is 086, and I am wearing my YSL Touche Eclat, the liquid highlighter Glow Shot. My favorite stuff right now. It just gives the most beautiful glow, and I feel like it's the perfect shade for my skin tone. So yeah. Okay guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed watching this and that you learned something new and that you go away feeling inspired to try a new color combination or a new technique, or just to be yourself in some way. That's all I want to do here on my channel, is inspire and create. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you all in Wednesday's wear test. Bye.